Matter of fact, it was that Dr. Umar Johnson
Academy.
school for the black kids.
I don't know about that. Much
We
love
gotta
and
find
respect.
something in between that, man. Something in the middle, man.
Yeah, much love and
We
respect.
can't just throw him in the deep end like that.
No, that's the deep end.
That's the deep end a little bit.
That's,
you know,
when you fucking with him, that's the
I hear him loud and clear, man. But he's he goes extra hard, man.
Yeah, and I see what he's trying to do, but his curriculum, man, some of the shit he talking about is like, okay, brother, get the school going first, then we can talk about, international monetary funds and all that shit you talking about, man.
I'm just trying to keep him safe for right now.
There you go.
We could get some, pour some education into him, but let's just focus on getting him, from A to B safe.
Right. And Umar the brother catch a lot of. Understandably, he gets some shit, but then some of it is overboard. He catch a lot of flack overboard. I don't know if you guys saw the, the Lord Jamar interview he did, and Lord Jamar was just asking him some questions like, "Hey, brother, why don't you?" And I mean, he lost his shit. He lost his shit. Brother, I do not want to hear about your father-in-law and how he set up a school. I'm already doing this. I don't need the white man's money. I want the people to do it. He said, well, but brother Umar, the school isn't open. That's not my fault. That's the community's fault. I was like,
I checked him out on the Breakfast Club in his interview about that, saying that he's hoping somebody would donate their time, to some electricians would, donate their time to come, hook up the school. But, so time is money, man.
The problem is there's been a lot of cats that, there's other people saying, hey, we donated time, but he won't answer he'll respond. And then when I say, hey, he won't answer the email fully or some shit, he won't respond. You can look, there's a few brothers. There's one who does one brother, he was doing, I want to say he was doing HVAC or electrical in this one building. And he was like, hey, I hit him up, but he never got back in contact with me. So
bad business.
Yeah. I read his first book and, he knows what he's talking about in that arena as far as the children,
doctor. That's doctor.
Yeah. And he proved it, Roland Martin came at him, particularly, real hard. And he was able to stand on his square and prove himself, and it was unjust about, he has his opinions on some things and people go at him, but the motherfucker can stand on his square, so, hey,
yeah, How we doing, Brother Tank? We all good up under the hood today?
Right.
You all right?
Yeah,
you look like you're concentrating again.
Good. Yeah, I was sitting here looking because I remember a couple years back, they were calling into question his credentials,
Seriously?
whether or not he was a real doctor.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm talking about. He proved it. He went to court and everything like that. He proved this shit.
Okay.
He proved this shit. I mean,
it shouldn't have to, but it is what it is.
Right.
If you really want to know, do your own research. Like I have my certs, so
right.
You go find it.
And that's exactly what he told him.
Okay.
And that it was wording that was the issue. And I couldn't get him. Couldn't get the brother. So
yeah, I saw that interview on the Breakfast Club, and he was going in.
Yeah, yes, like,
man, this dude.
Choice words for that. Yeah, some choice words for DJ Envy too.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
What happened?
So, DJ Envy spoke out about that Columbus police shooting, saying how it's kind of justified. Because the police officer ended up shooting this girl while she was in mid-stab, and, according to Dr. Umar, DJ Envy is all kind of coon for even supporting that type of thinking,
Mm-hmm.
He told him that on the show?
I don't know, but he
didn't call him that, man, but, he kind of beat his brow a little bit, beat him down with a few choice words. on his own platform. You know?
That's my only problem with Dr. Umar. And again, you know, just because you have an opinion shouldn't make you a coon. You know, he has some very strong opinions, and I know a brother that was like that. You know, he's married. You know, his wife is white, and he's like, man, I want so much to support that brother, but some of the things he says, you know, he said, me having a white wife don't make me no less black. Like, I feel everything that he says, and when he, you know, goes in that direction, and I look at my babies, you know, whose moms is white, what the fuck am I supposed to think when he says what he says?
Right.
You know, Envy didn't deserve that shit. Envy catches a lot of flack. Killer Mike went off on him, you know, when he was on there. You know, he went off on some bullshit. And you know, I want to say when Dame was on there, and you know,
Dame,
shout out,
man. Yeah, you talk about Dame Dash. Yeah,
Dame Dash. Shout out to Dame.
Dude, he went in on Envy. He was like, dude, I never worked for anybody in my life, you know, like,
right?
You know, and it was trying to break Envy down, and then at the end of the day, offered him a job. Envy was like, hell no, I work for you.
Right.
I'm good over here. He was like, but you
Gucci.
Yeah, but you satisfied with working for somebody? It was like, dude, I work here because I like to. I have my own money. I have my own thing. I got a lot of stuff going on. You know, I don't have to do this. I like doing this.
So it's like, oh, so you trying to pump me out for having a job over here, but then you offer me a motherfucking job.
Yeah, in the same conversation. I was just sitting like, something's wrong with that dude.
Right.
What is wrong with you? You're gonna try to, you know, browbeat him, and then next you know, offer him a gig. Surprised he ain't cut his mic. I'm like, man, get that dude out of here.
Right. And again, man, just to go back real quick to the Columbus shooting. Once again, I'll say this. I'll ask the question. What if he didn't shoot her and the other girl got fucking stabbed and died right there? Then what? You cannot get so pro fucking black to where you don't make sense.
Thank you. And we said, said that last week. We talked about, like, look, he had options, and he exercised the deadly one. But again, we broke it down. Let's reiterate: we blame the parents.
There you go.
You know, not gonna get mad at the cop on that one. Not on that one. I'm gonna get mad at that dad. You know, screaming, "Oh, that's my baby!" Yeah,
right.
Somebody pulled a gun out on your baby. What are you gonna do? You gonna sit there and watch the dude with the gun?
Right.
What you gonna do? You gonna lay down your life for your baby?
And that's the thing. You didn't see that motherfucker come from what was at the right side of the screen. If you watching it, you didn't see this motherfucker running away to jump in front of that bullet.
Like I said,
he saw the gun pointed at her.
Hey, he's still running a kick game on Lil Mama. You know?
Right. He didn't stop to go stop his daughter or run in front of that bullet. So all that my baby bullshit is some bullshit. He should have grabbed his daughter.
Yeah, sorry, man, not to cut you off, but on the kick is he's gonna have to live with that for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
That video.
Right. I could have been doing this to get my daughter, but I did that. And I'll say this, man. You know, like the Snake Doctor said, that cop is a motherfucking hero. You know, once again, you cannot be so pro-black to where you get irrational. You know, it's okay to love your people. We love our people. But we also got to use common sense. We got to love common sense, and we got to love logic. And, you know, there was two black girls. One was going to go. Either way in this situation, one was going to go.
Yeah, you got to be able to call it down the line, man.
You got to call it fair.
No matter what players is on the field, you got to be able to call it straight down the line.
So you got to keep the bullshit out of it, too, because, you know, there's a lot of motherfuckers out here talking about that it was a goddamn butter knife.
Which Yeah.
You know, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, I heard about it.
Oh, Dr. Umar Johnson's been spitting that shit.
Yeah.
He said that?
Yeah, he said that on the Breakfast Club. That's what he did say that.
Yeah. And it wasn't. You know,
it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
You know, so yeah, if it was a butter knife, that's a big difference. But it wasn't.
Right.
You know.
If it was a butter knife swung fast enough, you would have had the same motherfucking effect. But this is my thing, man. Again, I ain't gonna take all the credit away from Dr. Umar. But again, you know, this is the motherfucker who went on, you know, sorry fellas, let's back it up. When we talked about Shock G, what did we say? We said we wasn't gonna speculate because it would make a mockery of somebody's death, right?
Yeah.
Part of the reason I said that is because when Kobe Bryant died, Dr. Umar, he did a live, and he went on to talk about how the NBA had Kobe Bryant assassinated and some other conspiratory bullshit.
Okay.
That's why I'm of the mind like, man, look, we don't know what the fuck happened. We ain't gonna speculate. So sometimes that brother got a habit of putting his fucking foot in his mouth.
Okay.
It's a lot of videos on the internet where he didn't embarrass himself. One, for instance, where he got into it with a brother goes by the name of General Sarah Satanseti. And Sarah Sutanseti or some shit like that.
Okay. All right.
If you look him up, you would know him. He'd be like, and the white man, the motherfucking white man is trying to, that's how he talked.
Okay.
But he was going back and forth with Dr. Umar. And, Dr. Umar is supposed to be this licensed psychologist and, school psychologist and all this shit. This motherfucker had his hat on and shit like, yeah, nigga. Yeah, I'm from Philly, nigga. I'm from Philly, motherfucker. Fuck boy. Step to me, fuck boy. And then the phone rang. And when his phone rang, he looked down at it. The phone stopped ringing. When it stopped, he picked the phone up and said, yeah, no, I got this. Don't worry about it. I got it. I can handle this myself. Don't worry about it. And then put the phone down. Yeah, fuck boy. Meet me in Philly, nigga. Use a bitch ass nigga. Use a bitch ass nigga. You know how you repeat things 5 times. Use a bitch ass nigga. Use a bitch ass nigga. I'm like, oh, I bought this nigga's book. Oh.
He got me.
Oh, the
damn it. He got me.
And it was a good book. That's the bad part about that. I had to take that bitch, the half price books. Oh, this nigga got me. No,
man, he went in like that, man.
Man, look, let me just say this, man. Brother got his flaws. I met the cat back in 2011. Went to one of his lectures. Brother's a phenomenal speaker.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the shit he's on, when he's on. But then that motherfucker, when he decided,
left.
Yeah. Oh, he cranked that wheel to. Oh man, my man. And he just goes left. So, some people, some things you got to take with a grain of salt. And I respect Envy because he stands his ground and he stands on what he says. He mans up. People got their opinions about him, but fuck it. You know what? You got to stand on his square. So, hey, fuck him.
Dr. Umar.
I'm telling you, watch. It's going to be a Dr. Umar video. Those motherfuckers on 3 the Hard Way. That's why they have 101 subscribers. That's why they have 101 subscribers. I repeat, that's why they have 101 subscribers. And those are probably 101 coons. I say again, 101 coons. Those brothers have 101 coons.
It's coming, watch.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I did not meet that Aubrey. He did not buy my book.
Right. Don't associate with high yellow half breeds.
Right.
The nigga's an imposter.
Then I'm gonna show that. Then when I show that photo, that was photoshopped. That was photoshopped. That was photoshopped, brother.
Oh my God, that is too funny.
Yeah.
He was like, I bought that motherfucker's book. He got my money.
Brother got me, man. He got me. Shit.
Fuck, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Where's my shit? I'm trying to find that motherfucker right now, man.
I don't need to see that shit, man. I don't need to see that motherfucker, man. When you explain that whole thing, him going in on old boy with the Scully on, telling me from Philly, yeah, man. That was a little much for me, man.
Mr. Coppola, you know what? Listen, it is way left, but it's got to be some of the funniest shit. That shit is like Dr. Neil deGrasse Tyson losing his fucking mind, going gangsta on him.
Okay. Yeah.
It's funny. You should be able to find it. And it was, I think when it happened, it was a collective.
Damn. They got you, dummy. They got you. They got
it's
you.
It's so many parodies of that shit. And when it happened, you had a bunch of people saying like, yo, is this the person you want running the school?
Yeah.
Would you send your child to that person's school?
And that's how you get shut down.
Right.
Before you even get started.
Right. So.
I mean, what's the alternative? I mean, I'd rather send my kids to Dr. Umar school than like some black Christian school,
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts. And we could leave that there, man. So
he probably wouldn't let our kids in anyway. He probably wouldn't let our kids in after this video.
Too yellow.
Right. Or he would let them in. Their daddies are all coons. They need to be around a real black man because their fathers are coons, and I do not want their fathers raising baby coons.
I just I don't like the idea of one brother trying to determine who's trying to be the gatekeeper of who's black and who's not black.
Thank you.
Yeah.
When you having those conversations, that's when I'm out.
Yes, sir. Thank you for saying that shit.
Yeah, that's not what it's about, man. You don't have that right.
Thank you.
You ain't paid that many dues.
Thank
you. To say who's in and who's out.
Thank you. Thank you.
In this culture of ours.
Right.
I just don't get that, man. I heard him. He was doing that on his interview, and I was like, come on, man. That's not your say.
Right. And I appreciate you saying that. And look, man, with Dr. Umar, that's not far-fetched to believe that he probably did that shit because of envy skin complexion.
You think so?
I'm going to tell you why. And you're not going to believe this, but I've listened to many a lecture from him. When I used to go to the black bookstores in Dallas, I used to pick up his lectures. And he has this thing that he calls light skin supremacy. And I bullshit you not. He says black people don't have to only worry about white supremacy. They also have to worry about light skin supremacy. And light skin supremacy, these are his words, and light skin supremacy is not something that's just practiced by fair skinned individuals. Dark skinned individuals practice it by placing light skinned individuals on a pedestal. We all have that high yellow cousin or that light skinned cousin who's grandma's favorite over the dark skinned kids. You listen to this nigga and you like, my brother, stick to the school shit. Stick to the school shit.
Your own trauma into this, man. Just leave it be.
Right. And if you think I'm lying, Snake Doctor, when you go to edit this shit, search up what I'm saying.
Oh yeah.
And you'll find it. And then you'll look at that interview a whole different way, because Killer Mike went on there and he was kind of getting that envy because Envy was talking about how he moved out of a bad neighborhood. And he, Envy's whole thing is, man, there's a lot of crime in certain neighborhoods, and it's not good to raise a kid there. And so Killer Mike was like, well, that's why we don't have anything, in our neighborhoods. Now let's go back to Umar. Most hilarious shit I ever heard. Dr. Umar was in a radio interview. And he was talking about how black people should stay in the community. This one brother called up. He said, I hear what you're saying, Dr. Umar, but I was robbed 3 times in my neighborhood. So I had to move. He said, you are a sellout. You should have stayed in your neighborhood. You should have stayed in your community. He's like, Dr. Umar, did you just hear what I said? I got robbed 3 times in my neighborhood. You are a sellout. You should have stayed, brother. He said, Dr. Umar, once again, I got robbed 3 times. You should have stayed. He said, man, you's a goddamn idiot. You're fucking crazy.
Like, Dr. Umar, you the one that robbed me.
You stole my money for donations.
Yeah. How much rent I could have paid them 3 times I got robbed, nigga?
Right. I mean, it's the same motherfucker that was talking celibacy, but he was fucking a stripper. I mean, how can you turn that down? Yeah. Some bitch called some bitch called the conscious stripper.
Damn.
He got like, look,
that's an oxymoron for your ass.
Right.
But go ahead.
They had all his text messages to her. She blasted him, which I was like, you a bitch for that. But like, you trying to shame him by saying he fucks with strippers, but bitch, you the stripper. So it don't make sense. But This nigga was like, yeah, I want to crush that. I want to do this. I want to play with that, But I'm like, okay, he a grown man. But then I was like, but you talking celibacy. That's where you fucked yourself. That's where you fucked yourself. Yeah. You're doing that Fifth Baptist Church pastor talk now.
Walking like you talking, man.
There you go.
That's all.
Yes, sir.
You can't keep it 99. You got to keep it 100, man.
There you go.
A lot of this shit is just radio personalities. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Motherfuckers playing a part.
Yeah.
That's it.
Big time.
When lights on, lights off.
Let me put all this African shit on. I got a YouTube show. See if I can switch it up. Donate to the school.
Yeah, man.
Funny.